Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whatever time I'm watching this. I much appreciate it. We're playing some Arbites, Darktide Arbites, you know, the classic. And actually, we're going to be running Execution Order, which is a really fun build. It's a monstrosity hunting build. Because for a while, we weren't able to use it because Execution Order was bugged. So before the recent hotfix, Execution Order would only proc on kills the dog got, which is obviously incorrect. So now we can get it and use it to its full potential. So here's the build. Now, feel free to change this build however you like. I'm just going over, it's not set in stone. We have Withering Fire, Up Close, Hammer of Judgment, Target Neutralized, Man and Cybermastiff. You can take really anything up here generally. I would just keep not Up Close, where is it? Withering Fire, because I think Withering Fire is really, really good. Especially if you're using the shot pistol, because it reloads pretty quick. Then we've the Arbitrator Armor, Ammo Belt, Concussive, Suppression Protocols, Breaking Descent. I'm pretty sure, out of these two, you can use these two, but, Breaking Descent's the best out of the three, and it's always good to have Concussive, because it's just good. What can I say? And then we have the Triumvirate, Plasteel Plates with Cleave and Impact, with Nuncia Aquila, Inspiring Recidication, and Fear of Justice. And we have Justified Measures, Street Smarts, Monstrosity Hunter, Judicious Efficiency, Arbites Revel Atom, I think, Zealous Dedication, Serrated Maw, Execution Order, Efficient Killer, Keeping Protocol, Molector, and then No Lean. It's obviously Keeping Protocol. Killing a marked enemy grants 1% damage versus monstrosities and damage resistance for monstrosities up to 30%. So it'd be 30% monstrosity damage on top of Monstrosity Hunter, which is an extra 20%, so it's a total of 50% damage. That's the build. Let's get into a game, shall we? Alrighty, and we're in. Oh my goodness. So, I know that Kick, the streaming platform, is an amalgamation of Nazis, fascists, and pretty much every undesirable on the planet. But recently, as in like a day or two ago, streamers killed a man on Kick. So there's this French Kick streamers. I don't know their names. I just hope they get a long, cold sit in a prison. So they took this guy in off the street who was from my understanding, he was very living with his parents or whatever. And he was originally brought onto the stream because he's a very reactable person. So oh my god, what's happening? But recently, for some reason, they brought him in alive and just started literally torturing him, force feeding him stuff, beating on him, just being all around horrible to him, and essentially keeping him hostage. Because even when the guy was like, hey, I want to cut this shit out, I want to cut it, the guys were like, no, you live with me, I'll kick you out back to the streets. And, so literally just the sword of Damocles hanging over this guy's head, right? And they were sleeping, and some viewers, I think all the people who watch this shit should also be locked up, but, that's just me. But the viewers were concerned because he wasn't moving. They were like, hey, check on him. And they checked on him by throwing a bottle at his head. And he didn't move. And he was dead. He died in his sleep. And it's absolutely horrible. And once again, Kick said, we can't reveal any details because of the privacy. It's they killed a man on your platform. Not even just a man died in a horrible accident. No. Active, intentional torturing and then murdering of a man. Straight up war crimes that violated the Geneva Convention were done. Absolutely insane. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, I'm rusty. It's absolutely horrendous what happened. the modifier, by the way? High intensity shock troop. Okay. I'm just gonna leave that crusher there. Body cams off, boys. Always leave home without it. It's funny, it's funny. It sucks, but it's funny. Speaking of sucks, but funny. Sorry to just drastically change conversation from Jean Frovmer, I think he's French, so I probably pronounce it wrong. But I know it's Jean, Jean, like Jean. So, and I think it's like Frovmer. Either way, an innocent man was killed by people trying to make content off of torturing him, and I think that the people who did it should, I mean, ideally life in prison. I think that's the only logical thing. I don't think France has the death penalty, and I don't think, you know, I'm against the death penalty in, like, pretty much all cases, but, like, life in prison's a good alternative, I think. Oh yeah, speaking of Votan, completely related. They had a new story thing that was real cool. Like it's like called like Bane of Leviathans or something. It's about this like one guy who got like mostly eaten by a Tyranid, and now he hates Tyranids. It's so sick. The model's cool as hell too. It's like not really new news. It's old news. I just felt like talking about it since there was some official art that got dropped. It was like some of the coolest shit you've ever seen. It's the most dwarven shit you've ever seen too. It's amazing. Okay, we're at 19 stacks of a kill monstrosity button, and no monstrosity yet. Just my luck to get no monstrosity on a map where you have to kill. We're on a build where you kill monstrosities. Speaking of Warhammer 40k, I don't know if you've heard about it, but I saw a tweet, or was a post or whatever, about like, man, I would really like a Space Marine style game, or like a Darktide style game, or something where you play Sisters of Battle. Like, I would like that too. That'd be fun. I'm a big fan of that. In my perfect world, Sisters of Battle would be fighting like, if you had a game, I mean, Orcs would be like a good one. I think like, I'd like them to fight Chaos though. It'd be cool to fight like, you know, the Black Legion as a Sister of Battle. I'm all for that. But then they followed up the post and was like, man, I just wish GW would stop ignoring them. And I'm like, I get they don't get as much releases as Space Marines, but like, no one does, too. I feel like out of all the factions, Sisters are like pretty high on the consistent released like content stuff. Like they're in pretty much every single Throne of Fire book. They've gotten like new models fairly recently, and then they like, I mean, I guess you could argue in terms of like video games. Yeah, I mean they have VR games, but like, I'm be real, I'm good. Okay, so you mark your dog, by the way, and shoot, because the dog applies brittleness and can jump on. I haven't been using my grenade at all. See? Monstrosity functionally bullied. I forgot that my dog is explosive. I probably should remember that. Alright, we're at 26 stacks of our monstrosity killer. I mean, that Chaos Spawn died pretty quickly. I mean, it's 4 Arbitrators. No monstrosity can survive in the face of 4 Arbitrators. Arbitrators are really good at killing monstrosities. That's like, I don't think the Arbitrator's OP at all, but like, if we were to judge metrics on how fast they can kill a monstrosity, yes, Arbitrators would be absolutely busted. I think they can kill monstrosities faster than like 4 Zealots. Definitely 4 Ogrins. Definitely 4 Vets. And definitely 4 Psychers. Psychers don't really have any, like, way to kill monstrosities quickly. Like, every class has their, like, anti-monstrosity item. Like, obviously, like, the Zealot has the Thunderhammer and the Bolt Gun. The Veteran has, like, Crack Grenades, Plasma Grenade, and Bolt Gun. The Arbitrator has a lot in their kit. They obviously, shotguns do better amount of damage against monstrosities now with the buckshot buffs from the Arbites release. And then... let someone else take the ammo. I've been taking the ammo. But, like... and then Ogrins... well, Ogrins can kind of just beat up monstrosities. They don't really have an anti-monstrosity button. But, like, they don't have a problem surviving against monstrosities. Psychers just don't really have anything, really. Well, okay. They have the dueling sword, but I don't like talking about the dueling sword. Because that one's a little too overtuned, right? We can all agree with that. But I guess, like the Psychers can go a build that kill monstrosities really quickly, and that's like their shooty gun build. But, like, just generally, like, you don't need to have a special build to kill a monstrosity on, like, Veteran, per se, because you could just run the bolt gun, right? Like, Psychers have ways they can kill monstrosities fast. Every class does, obviously. Like, with the Ogren, it's the shooty bang bang build. With the Psyker, it's the turbo crit build and stuff. And then, but, like, just, like, general weapon application, they don't really have anything like it, you know? Gotta remember that I have Zap Dog equipped. I always forget when I have Zap Dog. I don't know why. Well, rip that dog. I forgot that you can hold scriptures and stims for a second. I missed. Also, we're at 30 stacks of anti-monstrosity action. I hope we get another monstrosity. Oh yeah, also I'm going to start listening to the new Dawn of Fire book that's out. It's got a Voton in it. Very exciting. Nice. Ooh, Diamantine. Ooh. Speaking of Chainsaw Man, I like that, I don't read Chainsaw Man, let it be known. The only manga I'm really reading right now, like, consistently, is Kagurabachi. It's peak. And if you're not reading Kagurabachi, fix that immediately. But, so everything I know about Chainsaw Man is from, like, purely, like, second-handed, just from seeing what I see on my Twitter. It is very funny that there's the eternal cycle of one week it's Tatsumaki Fujimoto, or Tatsuki Fujimoto, you've done it again. And then the next week is we have to kill Fujimoto. So, one thing, especially a part 2 of Chainsaw Man, that is a consistent thing that I've seen, that I've analyzed from the bit I've seen and what other people have told me, is that Denji is a very emotionally unintelligent person, right? He doesn't know when he's being taken advantage of, and the few times that he does, like, pick that up, or, like, you know, clock that's happening, he's not emotionally intelligent enough to do anything about it. And it doesn't help that, you know, Makima did a number on his, like, brain, right? Because Denji's a victim. Let's be real. Denji, he's not your cool protagonist action hero. I mean, he is, but, like, he's also a victim, right? And the amount of times that I see Fujimoto's like works or writing get like disregarded for like gooner accusations, or like when he did in his recent chapters, I almost said panels out. Well, technically correct, but not what I meant to say. Chapters is he criticized America like by being like a pretty like warmongering nation, which is true. Because we spend them like 3 times. Two people are on that. Because like in the so okay, Chainsaw Man, from what I understand, has the ability to like completely remove the concept of devils, right? Something to do with like how chainsaws were used for childbirth, and like Chainsaw being a devil, obviously he's gonna be like sort of a fucked up version of it. So obviously he can erase things from existence. So he can eat devils and make them disappear, and he just sort of holds them in his belly. Because he did like puke some up in a recent chapter when he got like punched in the gut really hard or something, and like some devils came back, like the octopus devil or whatever. So, and when those devils get erased, the concept of the things, like the thing actually gets erased. So like I think like, so example, he killed, which is in the movie coming up, is going to be the nuke devil. Chainsaw Man killed and ate the nuclear bomb devil. And nuclear bombs didn't exist. But America reinvented the nuclear bomb. Even though they had no idea the concept, because that's how, it was a commentary on, like, the warmongering nation that America is, like, with its excessive military spending, right? And that was obviously meant to be a commentary, like a bad thing. But all his writing got disregarded for like, "Raw America, what the fuck is a kilometer?" Which is like, I get it. It's a meme. Some people are joking around with it. Some people, unfortunately, aren't. And that's just media literacy on Twitter nowadays, right? But the recent one is, there's this character named, I think her name's like Fumiko or something. She made a contract with the STD Devil when she was 14, and some people read that and thought, oh, like, not to put this in Twitter speak, but like this is Diddy media essentially being like, this is Tatsumatsu, like, or Fujimoto having like pedophilic gooning for a moment. But like, I read that as someone who doesn't read Chainsaw Man. I just saw the panel. I was like, oh, from what I know, this person has been either sexually trafficked, sexually assaulted, or something along the like, to where the point they signed a contract with this devil. And once again, I don't know anything about Fujimoto. So the context, I don't know the context other than that, like, she's doing something with Denji. In terms of, like, she's getting Denji to do something, maybe? I don't know. Like, I know she gave a nude picture to Denji, but other than that, I don't know. And that's just going to be a thing. But, like, it's absolutely insane how people could read that and not immediately see it as, like, oh, this is a nightmare. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think manga, and I'm gonna say comics too, they get this rep for like people not actually reading the thing because it's pictures. Like, they treat it like an actual picture book, which, like, legally it is. Yes, it's a book full of pictures. But like, because of that, they only look at the picture and not the writing that is included with it, because, like, Commissar's redacted tapes. It's like, manga should be treated as a media form and not just something to ogle. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, if you missed this far in the video, bit of a quick one. That's going to be it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Use my code BOLTROUND10 at AdvancedGG for 10% off your order. Use my link in the description for Star Wars to get 5% off the best PCs in the galaxy. Like and subscribe, or don't. I am not your mother, but you better brush teeth now. Have a good one. Bye bye.